Hello and welcome to another Aggie's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. So today I'm going to be reviewing Kopparberg Pear alcohol-free version. Now the alcoholic version is amongst one of my absolute favourite ciders of all time. In fact, my favourite pear cider by some distance. So let's see what this alcohol-free version delivers to the table. Bought from Sainsbury's for about £1.25. There we go, put it there. So, bit of sporadic lacing around the edge. Looks like water to me. It just looks like normal clear water. Pear on the nose. Slightly artificial pear flavour on this. Unless it's just my initial thoughts. We've definitely got that crack open the pears kind of juice to it. Oh, so Sunday, the day before you go back to work. Oh, always love that day. Favourite day of the week. It's funny, you spend all week waiting for Friday to come. And Friday and Saturday come and you're full of joy. You know, once you've left work you're like, yay! And then Sunday afternoon the realisation is you've got to go back to work. And then you're back in the doldrums again. Or at least I am. So, now the thing for me with this pear cider is it tastes very similar to the alcoholic version. Smell that again, get it on the nose again. Yeah, the pear smells better now. Might just be my nose for a second. I mean, a lot of the times with alcohol-free ciders, pop, it tastes just like pop. So in some ways, you know, you think to yourself, why would you not be worth just getting a glass of pop rather than this? It's certainly an interesting thing. So the bloody wind today on BBC's weather app, and whoever looks after it needs to update their weather app, saying 17-mile-an-hour winds, moderate winds. It's blowing a bloody gale out there. I've had to take my gazebo down because it was wrecking it. And it's like nearly 30 or 40 mile an hour, and then also on this BBC app it's saying nothing about the next few days, just saying gentle breeze. On the Met Office app it's saying it's going to reach 40 tomorrow. So somebody's wrong. How can two forecasts be so far apart? I mean, I know they're only forecasts, but and at the moment the Met Office is winning by some distance in its, you know, getting it right. Oh dear. I'm half expecting one of the fence panels to fall to pieces or something. I've got some panels at the back of the beer room and they're all about knackered, to be fair. But there's a hedge behind it, and I really don't want to be paying out for new fence panels until I'm absolutely have to. So the more years that I can run it without paying, because one, you don't see them behind the beer room anyway, and two, I don't really want to pay for nice panels for me not really to see out of. So we'll wait until they're absolutely at death's door, and then replace them. It's a shame in some ways that I couldn't do the fence panels, then lift the beer room up and push it right up to the boundary But hey, I can't. So I couldn't take it apart if I wanted to now. Years ago I moved it because it was on that side of the garden. I didn't like it because you was losing a big portion of the garden. 16 by 10 beer room, it takes some, you know. But now, since I've plasterboarded it and that and whatnot, and the weight of it, you know, it would take some lifting. You know, you'd have to have like a crane. So it's staying where it is. Unfortunately, that's the bottom line. So it tastes remarkably similar to the alcohol version. Remarkably similar. And I mean, let's be fair, and I can't be the only one who thinks this, that a lot of these 4% fruit, especially the fruit ciders, to me don't taste like alcohol most of the time anyway. And you don't really get an alcoholic, you know, you don't really feel the alcohol. So, remarkably similar. It's definitely got that pears coming out of the tin sort of flavour. So, you know, if you want to drink something that's obviously alcohol free but tastes as close as this fella, is probably the closest I've ever come, you know, to something that tastes like its alcoholic version. I mean, because you can tell with most of the low alcohol or alcohol free jobbies, they don't taste that great in a lot of way. You know, they're passable, but they're not fantastic. But this, you know, it's definitely it definitely hits the spot in that sense. Cool. I mean, it's refreshing, it's crisp, it does exactly everything. It even tastes near enough the same, and obviously there's no alcohol. Huh? Just can't believe it. I can't believe how good it tastes. And I've actually picked up the strawberry and lime and the mixed fruit. And my wife's had the mixed fruit many times, and she swears the same, that it tastes near enough. I think I'm at that stage now where I need to not buy any more booze for an amount of time. Put my money to one side and treat myself to something else. But although theme parks are opening soon, so that will require me to start spending some cash. Although, when I see what happens at the theme parks and low numbers and that, it's going to be interesting to see how if it's worth buying. I was going to buy a pass, premium pass, so you could go into Alton Towers in the middle of the weekends all the way through the year, but I don't suppose really it's worth buying one till next year now. And even then, keeping an eye on the coronavirus situation, if it's still worth it even then. Oh. So, yeah. Oops, my door's getting battered. So, crystal clear pour. Good lacing, sporadic lacing around the edge, but that might be the class. No head. Looks like water. Pear on the nose. It did seem artificial at first, but then it went to normal, so that might have just been my nose. And pear on the taste throughout. And I've got to say, it is as close to the alcoholic version as you probably could get without being actually alcoholic. absolutely stunning. Like I say, I can't say as I'm fond of alcohol-free stuff, but if you're going to get something that's as close to it as this, then that is amazing. And that's it from this beer review. What a cracker! Can't really say much more than I've already said. Out of 5 then. If we're classing it against other alcohol-free options, then this is probably on the lines with both Brewdog's IPA that I had the other week and Beck's Blue. It is the king or queen of alcohol-free. Out of 5, 4.74 out of 5. Absolute storming version of an alcohol-free. Wow. What a cracker. And that's it for this beer review. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay safe. See you soon.